Hey everyone, today we're going to cover the new Bastet. I did around 200 summons to get her up to 9 stars and I can technically get her to 10 stars, but I'm not going to do that because I feel like Jormungandr is a far better investment than the Bastet is currently. Unfortunately, Bastet isn't really that ideal. She suffers from a lot of the things that are making her not that great, especially in PvE. So her main skill does a decent chunk of damage, but it applies only one stack of Korad, which will be 2 stacks, I believe, if you get her legendary runes, but that's only in season 14, so not really something to care about right now for free-to-play players, or rather for players who don't want to spend insane amounts of money for her runes. On top of that, her summons, those golden pets right down there, they take away the 6th slot, which means you can never really pair Bastet with a Phantom Illusion hero such as Lancelot or Aphrodite, or any other Phantom Illusion hero apart from the Hades. And Hades, he can fit Mystifiers, but really doesn't want to. He's really good on currently on the Valianters. Valianters have come back from the dead and are pretty decent right now. The biggest issue is you can't pair her with the most broken control effect in the game, which is Phantom Illusion. Now that automatically makes her not want to use her, because she also can be paired with Sandra because of her summon, and there's plenty of others that really want to be paired with her but can't because of the pet taking away the 6th summon slot. Now, because of this, you will never use her in the modes that require only few teams, because you will always prioritize the Phantom Illusion hero, so she's not ever gonna be used in the arena nor in the Yggdrasil, and therefore she's not really good there. On top of that, she's really a hero you want to pair with a lot of other heroes, but you can't because there's only few slots, and Mystifiers really pair with each other nicely, but you can only select a few others, which will then depend on what second team of Mystifiers you're running, and yeah, it gets really complicated, and she's not a hero you really want to summon on. You really need her at 8 stars, that's the bare minimum 8 stars, because her summon pets will die at 6 stars or 7 stars. So apart from her pets dying at 7 or 6 stars, at 8 stars they become golden and they can never die. Not even Leandra can eat them, anything, like they can die, period. She's pretty much not a hero to summon for. You want her 8 stars minimum, as I said, for the pets, but then again you want her 9 stars to get the X synergy for the 6 Mystifiers. So yeah, she's either a 9-star investment or none at all, and if you can only afford one seasonal hero, I don't think Bastet is the one you should go for. So if you have a free summon PT, just use it on someone like Jormungandr, because she's far easier to get and far better at lower stars than Bastet is. So some of the issues that she suffers from is as I mentioned, she can be paired with Phantom Illusion hero, and her entire passive about increasing the corrode limit doesn't really feel at all in the battles. Like, it either doesn't work or it's just minimal and really doesn't impact the fight at all. It should be far more impactful, and yeah, it's not, and it doesn't work in PvE, which is its main selling point. Like, I wanted it to work in PvE, but it simply doesn't, and therefore it's pretty useless, because in PvE, pair her with Tiamat, you can get up to 500 corrode stacks easily. But yeah, now since it doesn't work in PvE, it's not that good. Her best parts are the fact that she makes multi-action heroes only perform one action. Now, I'm not sure if this is a bug or this is intentional, but let's take for example someone like Eudora. Bastet will make Eudora ult only once and do only one instance of damage to one single hero. This makes Eudora feel pretty useless in the Bastet environment, and she does the same for Pandora, but not in the same level. Like, she just slightly makes Pandora ult less, but that's still not enough to completely disable Pandora. She also does that against Arcane Dorabella, which is pretty good. But then again, as I mentioned, this is not confirmed whether it's a bug or it's intentional feature. And on top of that, her second best part is her pets. Her pets are really good, and I really like them, especially the follow-up pet. It makes decent chunk of damage, it breaks holy shields. So yeah, overall the pet is really good, but again it takes entire hero slot and it's not really worth it compared to what Phantom Illusion does. The pet would have to be pretty buffed up, maybe with the hope she can deal a lot of damage. I have not tried that, it's a possibility, but we do not know that yet. So overall, my thoughts on Bastet are I can compare her to Ying Zheng. Ying Zheng to Avengers slash Phantoms is a really nice support, but you can play without him. So same can be said for the Bastet. She's a really good support for Mystifiers, but you can definitely still play Mystifiers without her, because Mystifiers are like a B tier synergy in the late game. You have Dooms, you have Avengers, and then you have some version of Ethereals that kind of beat Mystifiers anyway, and the only team that Mystifiers can truly beat is Mystifiers themselves, and maybe some version of Valiantors that doesn't really have Pandora in it. So yeah, it's not really, I'm not really even sure if they beat the classic the classic Glorians right now, considering Glorians got Jormungandr now, and Wu Zetian and Shang, and it's probably pretty hard to beat them because of the Phantom Illusion. And if the Phantom Illusion hero steals your Bastet, your heroes will attack only one enemy with AoE skills, so stolen Bastet basically makes your team far worse, because it will make enemy heroes basically have be targeted by only one hero. So yeah, Bastet isn't really a hero you want to summon. As I mentioned, save your summons for someone else. Like Ayushta is looking really promising, same can be said for the Rabella. Therefore, I do not suggest getting her unless you can afford all seasonal heroes up to 9 stars. In that case, it's okay, because you would be pretty much only doing it for the seasonal stats and for the extra synergy, or rather transcendence. So yeah, that's about it. Pretty much not much to talk about her. A pretty disappointing hero in my opinion. I expected far more. I expected her to make Mystifiers far more better, and on top of that, the six synergy Mystifiers, it's really not felt at all. Like these additional effects, HP and defense, and the additional damage reduction is not doing anything in PvP. I'm still losing to pretty mid teams with this team, and that shouldn't be happening based on this description. So either the stats are really poorly coded, or they're at the end of formula or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, Transcendence and the out-of-win the battle, because that's not happening. Yeah, overall a skip hero unless you can afford all seasonal heroes up to 9 stars. So see you in the next one.